Hello, my dear students. Hope you all are well. Like the previous one, we are back again with another video focusing on an important topic. So let's start the discussion on this topic. So today's topic is flower. So what is flower? A flower is the reproductive structure found in flowering plants. It is the most beautiful and the most colorful part of the plant. It develops from the floral buds on the stem. Flowers of different plants are of different shapes and sizes. Some are big and some are small. And they are also having different colors. The function of a flower is to produce fruit and seeds. So today we have a discuss about parts of flower and types of flower. So first let's discuss about the parts of the flower. A flower has four parts: calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Calyx. It is the outermost hole. It consists of sepals, which are green leaf-like structures. Sepals enclose and protect the inner parts of the flower during its bud stage. So you can see the picture. The green part of the flower is known as calyx, and each part of the calyx known as sepals. Now this is the corolla. It is the second hole. It consists of petals which are brightly colored and scented. So this is the most beautiful part of the flower. Petals protect the reproductive parts of a flower. They also attract insects like bees and butterflies, which help in pollination. So this is the second whorl of the flower. Next is your androecium. It is the third whorl. It is the male reproductive part of the flower. It consists of stamens, and a stamen has two parts: a thin, long and narrow stalk called filament, and a small two-lobed structure called anther, which consists of fine particles called pollen grain. The male reproductive cells or gametes are present inside the pollen grain. So you can see in the picture, the yellow color small pigments are there. They are called pollen grain. This is the gynoecium. It is the innermost hole. It is the female reproductive part of the flower. It consists of carpels or pistils. A carpel has three parts. You can see in the picture a swollen part situated at the base of the carpel called ovary. At the base, what present? Ovary. It contains small round egg-like structures called ovules. So inside the ovary, what present? Ovules present. This is the egg cell. The female reproductive cells or the gametes are present inside the ovule. So inside the ovule, the female reproductive cells or gametes are present. Then next is a tube-like structure arising from the ovary called style. You can see the long tube-like structure arises from the ovary. This is called style. Then at the top, a disc-like expanded part of the style. It is called stigma. It is called stigma. So what is the function of the stigma? It collects pollen grains. The function of the stigma is collects pollen grains. So flowers are attached to the stem by a stalk or a pedicel. Some flowers do not have stalk. So these type of flowers are called sessile flowers. See, this is a hibiscus flower. Now we will see the parts of the hibiscus flower. Just I am going to remove the outermost whole part of the flower. This part of the flower is called as sepals. So now I am going to remove one by one all the sepals of this flower. See, now I removed all the sepals. Next I am removing the petals. So these are the petals. You can see the coloring part of the flower is known as petals. These petals are also known as the second whole of the flower. Now let's see the posterior part of the flower. This is the male reproductive part of the flower. See, you can see this part. See the toppermost of the part, like filament like part is there, and the swollen yellow color base at the top of the filament. So this is known as the male reproductive part of the flower. Okay. Next we will see the female reproductive part. So this is the style. You can see this is the style. Okay. So this is the style of the female reproductive part, and this is the ovary. This last base like structure, this is the ovary. Okay, this is the female reproductive part of the flower, and this is the ovary. Now let's have a discuss on types of flower. On the basis of reproductive parts, the flowers are divided into two types. They are bisexual flowers and unisexual flowers. Flower is sexual reproductive part of the plant. It has four parts: calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Androecium and gynoecium are reproductive parts or sexual parts of the flower. Androecium is the male reproductive part and gynoecium is the female reproductive part. Based on the presence of sexual parts, flowers are of two types: bisexual flower and unisexual flowers. A flower which has both androecium and gynoecium is called bisexual flower. Example: datura, hibiscus and brinjal. And a flower which has either androecium or gynoecium is called unisexual flower. Example, papaya, bottle gourd and cucumber. In Datura, flowers has androecium and gynoecium. Hence, it is bisexual flower. But in papaya, flower has either androecium or gynoecium. Hence, it is unisexual flower. On the basis of number of holes, the flower is divided into two types: complete flowers and incomplete flowers. The different parts of a flower are known as whorls. The first outermost whorl is known as the calyx. This is a calyx. The second whorl is known as corolla. This is a corolla. See, the third whorl of a flower is known as androecium, which is the main part of the flower. This is the androecium. And finally, the innermost whorl is known as the gynoecium, which is the female part of the flower. This is the gynoecium. Now, look at the first flower. See, it has all the whorls. It has calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Since it has all the four whorls, it is known as the complete flower. Now notice these flowers. Can you spot the difference between all these flowers? Look at the next flower. What do you think? What is missing in it? It doesn't have an androecium. See, the androecium is missing. Similarly, in the next flower, gynoecium is missing. And in the next to that flower, the corolla is missing. And in the last flower, yes, the calyx is missing. So, if a flower doesn't have one or more than one part, it is known as an incomplete flower. See, this is a China rose and this is known as lily flower. Now see, it has all the parts. It has calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Androecium and gynoecium remains fused in China rose, but all four whorls are present. Now let us see lily. See, the sepals have taken white color. Okay, and they seem just like petals. So these are the sepals and the petals, sepals, androecium and gynoecium also present in it. You can see the sepals, the petals, the androecium and the gynoecium all are present in this lily flower. So both the flowers are complete flowers because it consists of all the four whorls. Now, if you see closely to this flower, you will see the gynoecium is missing in this flower. Okay, and if you see that next flower, the androecium is missing in that flower. See closely, one is gynoecium missing, next one is androecium missing. Now, if you see the papaya flower, both these are papaya flowers. But this flower, it doesn't contain the gynoecium, and next flower doesn't contain the androecium. So both these flowers either lack of androecium or lack of gynoecium. Since in the both of the flower the important parts are missing, it is known as an incomplete flower. Okay.